stop. But the way he's playing, it's like, as I said, you know, a couple of days ago, I've not seen him play so well, probably since he won this title against Ali Carter back in 2008. And also, throw into the bargain his focus, his determination, you know, his calmness. He seems to be totally at ease with himself, at peace with himself. He's fighting even for, you know, frames on the colours. He's fighting for everything out there, and we haven't seen him so focused in a long, long time. And put all that together, and it's going to be a tough nut to crack, yes.
And Ken hits the nail on the head. The amount of times we've sat here talking about Ronnie O'Sullivan's state of mind, the way his body language is, that hasn't really been an issue at all in this tournament.
Absolutely no. And you see that, you get glimpses of that. I mean, honestly, he's the best player I've ever seen. I mean, when he hits the ball like that, it's just a different level. And left-handed. Yeah. The yellow, by the way, screwing back with the run inside. I mean, just everyone takes it for granted now. I mean, if I had to do that left-handed, honestly, I'd knock the lampshade over. I mean, it's just so good how he can cue the ball like that.
And Steve, a word of consolation for Mathew Stevens?
Yes, but he's had a good season. He's forced himself back into the top 16, so he's got nothing to complain about, and he can use that as a springboard for next season.
OK, well, let's hear from the winner, though, Ronnie O'Sullivan, with Rob.
Ronnie, a fourth world final, and you've got there in style.
Well, you know, just got to say, you know, well done to Mathew for another brilliant World Championships, and, you know, he's had another good season, and, you know, he's been, you know, he's come back to like the old Mathew that he was years ago, and that was a tough match out there for me, you know, and I just want to congratulate Mathew on having another good tournament and another good season.
How would you describe how you've played in this championship? Because you've hit 6 in a row against every opponent, and people have been really excited by the quality of snooker you've produced and the focus you've had round the table.
Yeah, you know, you just kind of, it's one of them tournaments, you know, like 17 days, there's so many sessions to play, you know, it's, you can't expect to kind of be potting the balls off the lampshades in every session you play, but I'd like to, you know, but I've had little spells where I've done it. I've tried to come here this year and kind of try to play expressive snooker and be aggressive, and I think, you know, it's nice, you know, to try and show the snooker fans that followed me and follow snooker that, you know, that in spells I can be quite good sometimes, and other times maybe not so good, but I've really tried to play aggressively this tournament.
You look like you've enjoyed being here.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I've learned to sort of like control my emotions a little bit better, well, a lot better, and so sometimes I'm just not kind of letting it all out there. You know, obviously there's a lot of butterflies going on inside, and it's not always the most comfortable place to be out there. But the key to it is to try and kind of manage them emotions, and kind of when it gets good, you go on a roll, and when it don't, you just got to kind of try and limit the damage limitation out there sometimes, you know.
What about the final then, Ali Carter? It's a rerun of 2008, and people will have you down inevitably as the favourite, the manner in which you beat him 4 years ago. You know, Ali again, you know, he's been, I don't know where he's ranked there, he's got to be a top 4, top 5 player, you know, again, since he come here and he had the 147, got to the final, he's kind of rocketed up the rankings. He's won a lot, you know, 3 or 4 ranking events since then. He's probably won more than I have over the last 4 years, so... You know, he's learnt so much from that final, and he's become such a much better player and a more all-round player. And you know, it just doesn't get any easier. You know, they're all tough matches. You know. Well, good luck tomorrow. We can't wait.
All right, thank you.
We really can't wait till tomorrow. But let's have a look at how Ali Carter ended up in the final. He, of course, had big leads over Steve Maguire. He was 13-7 ahead at one stage. Maguire fought back really well last night, showing his gutsiness. He got back to 14-10. But this morning, this afternoon, Ali Carter stuck it out, and he's gone on to seal his place in the final of the World Championship for the first time since 2008.
Well, it was just a really, really tough match. It was obviously a great match to be involved in. I felt like I played really tough, tight match snooker. It's weird to... it's difficult to try and analyse my performance there, to be honest, because I don't feel like I've played great, in all honesty, but I've tried so hard, I don't know what I've done in the match. I just can't... You know, every ball, I just broke it down to every ball, every frame, every mini session, you know, and that's all I've done. And... you know, all credit to Stephen. He's a great player. You know, he's been there, done it, got the T-shirt. So I'm delighted with the win. I haven't been up for the battle, I think, before, but you know, I'm up for the battle today, and I've been up for the battle these last 2 weeks, and I'll be up for the battle over the next 2 days.
and he has a bit of a score to settle against Ronnie O'Sullivan. He had his opportunity 4 years ago. He's got another one now, Steve.
Yes, it was quite a comprehensive victory that Ronnie put on him, 18-8, I believe, and I don't think it will be that much of a gap at all. And what we're going to find out from Ali Carter is how strong he is mentally and how good his game is. And I think he probably is in a better place as well, health-wise as well.
John, if we have a look at the head-to-head, Ronnie O'Sullivan has totally dominated. 11 out of 11, and of course, 2 meetings here, he's coming on top.
Yeah, it's asking a lot to turn it around, isn't it? But you never know. I think the one thing in Ali's favour is this time he's come to the Championship. He hasn't played great snooker all season. He's come here very fresh, so he's got a lot left to give. We've seen that through the tournaments he's been doing it. When he got beaten in the final last time, he said himself he was shattered when he got there. So that's in his favour, but to be honest with you, it's like holding a tiger by the tail at the minute.
I was going to say, Ken, if you were Peter Ebdon or an associate of Ali Carter, what would you be telling him tonight, tomorrow morning, about trying to beat Ronnie O'Sullivan?
I'd say he just has to play his own game. I mean, don't think about, you know, who you're playing or who's sitting in the other chair. Just think about your own game. Play good match play snooker. He can't outscore O'Sullivan. You know, there's no way. If he tries to do that, he'll fall down. But he can outplay him, tactically and match play. And that's the only way I think he can beat him. He's got to stick to his own game, not worry about the opponent, and just do what he's been doing.
I don't think he can outscore him, but he's got to score.
Yeah.
That's absolutely certain in the match. His chances come. He's got to make more than 60 or 70 every time he gets one.
And the way Ronnie O'Sullivan is playing as well, Steve, at the moment, it puts that extra bit of pressure that you know that if he gets in, you're going to probably lose the frame. So does it mean that you become a little bit more tight and tense, knowing you've got to take your opportunity when you get it?
Other than the fact that Ali Carter was asked at his press conference that I happened to be in the press room, and he said he hasn't really been taking much notice of those matches because you can live in your own cocoon. So actually you don't watch as much as we watch at home. Ali Carter's been involved in his half of the tournament. He's been playing his matches. He won't necessarily have seen too much of Ronnie. He obviously knows he's playing Ronnie O'Sullivan, but he doesn't get scared by the fact because he hasn't seen him play at all.
No, he hasn't. But what would Ronnie be thinking about Ali Carter, Ken?
I think he won't be thinking much about it.